Esbieta. How are you? And Julia. So tonight we're gonna, hi guys. Hi. We're going to, hey Rox. We're gonna be chatting with Wendy Bermingham, who's mine. So anytime she's gonna log on and she's gonna be joining us. There she is.
Hello.
Oh, there you go. I was wondering if you had volume issues. Hey, Monica,
No.
newly elected member of SCA, has joined us too.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Hey, congratulations.
Can you see who's coming up? Like who's following
Yeah,
us?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hi,
Excellent.
Monica.
Yeah.
All right.
So how are you, Wendy?
I'm good. I had a good day. I didn't do any painting, but I did gardening instead.
It was raining though. You went out?
I gardened I got everything done before it rained so that I didn't have to water anything. So I used the rain.
Yeah, and now it's just a nice drizzle.
It was a perfect rain for a garden.
Yeah, perfect rain for stew.
Yes.
What did you have for dinner?
We had spaghetti and salad.
Haha. Anything with tomatoes.
Because that's easy and I'm lazy today. So.
Well, let me introduce you to everyone who's on board. I think we have quite the number of friends who have joined us this evening.
Good.
Yeah, so I think some of you know who Wendy is, but Wendy is a good friend of mine. We've been friends now for 10 years, I would say.
Oh, really? Oh, it's been that long.
Yeah, I met you the first time at Curry's.
Yeah. As soon as I met you, I went home and I Googled your name and looked at all your work and everything too.
Oh my God.
Because you were so nice. I'm like, oh, she's so nice. Yeah.
No, I knew we would be fast friends when we talked, because you came to the store for something else and we were chatting for an hour, right?
I know. Every time I'd go there, it would be like an hour-long talk.
Yeah. Yeah. So for everyone who don't know Wendy Bermingham is an award-winning landscape painter, and she's also an elected member of Society of Canadian Artists and a signature member of Ontario Society of Artists.
Well, just elected member. I don't know if they even have signature
member. Let's just say signature.
I love the sound of that. Sounds very important.
And your style of painting, you want to talk a little bit about your style of painting to everyone?
Well, yeah, okay, so I do oils. Always done oils. I never really did anything else. It's my style, I swear, changes every year.
Yeah.
I constantly look at other artists. What's that?
We continue to grow, right? We're just constantly evolving.
And I get bored fast. I like to try new things, and I constantly look at what other artists are doing. And if I like something they're doing, I try it. I'm trying new things, like I use my finger. I'll use anything to make the mark I want. I use my finger actually quite a bit.
But you've done that all the time. Ever since I met you, you've always like to scrape and take things out.
I like to put the color, and then wipe it back off again and have like that thick and thin.
Right.
And I started using...
like, you're wearing gloves though, right?
Always wear gloves because I'm the messiest painter in the world. My floor, like even my paint clothes are covered. So I started using this thing, which I got at Curry's.
Is it with the teeth? No, it's just like a palette. Smooth.
It's like, and it's fat on one end. It's, I don't know, I can't remember what it's for. It's Catalyst or something, it says studio. So
Yeah.
anyways, I wipe the paint off. I put paint on my palette and put it on with it or take it off. You've
Right.
got this edge, and I use this edge a lot.
Yeah.
And then this is just fat so you can hang on to it better.
Yeah.
So
It's nice. It's a
I
good
love
grip.
this.
It's a good grip.
Yeah.
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 I have
You can use it like this and make trees with it too. So,
ah
and there's other things I haven't even discovered yet, but love that.
I think I
Love
have
it.
that somewhere. It's hard to.
Yeah.
I've been working in an art store, right? You always
Yeah.
have to try something new. And then what
Yeah.
else?
Yeah. Um, well, really, I always try to critique what I need to work on. And for me, it was color for a while. I thought my color was too ordinary, too traditional. So I've really been working on trying new colors.
Right.
Using Photoshop a little bit more to experiment with these colors since before I even start painting.
Right.
Um, and and then I've kind of gone back to flowers again because they're
Yeah,
so
and that
abstract.
segues to your painting
Yes.
behind you, which
Yeah.
was in our little poster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like your flowers again, right? But
Yeah. And
now
I
it's
just
not the
love all
full
this.
Georgia O'Keeffe. It's more uh,
Yeah. Well, I
wild.
have this thing about edges and shapes and abstract and lines and, me with my swirls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like a garden is like a perfect place to play around. I'm so happy when I'm in this garden, these types of gardens.
Yeah.
When I'm doing trees, I'm like, eh,
Are you
you
away
know.
from the trees right now? Before they've been
Um,
calling you the tree lady.
the tree lady, yes. I mean,
The
I still
tree
like,
lady. The tree
yeah, I
lady.
still like it. I still put trees in with my flowers.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Your
Mm-hmm.
picture's gone. I don't know where you went, but
Oh,
I
my
see a
picture's
black
gone.
pole.
Sorry. That's that's the flip side.
Where'd you go? Oh, you
Not
flipped
me.
her.
Where she disappeared.
All of a sudden, I see this black pole right there.
Well,
And I
Jamie,
don't normally wear glasses. I
right.
only wear glasses to read and to see my phone right here. But when I paint, I don't wear my glasses because I don't want to see everything. It's kind of like squinting for me.
Really?
So,
Oh, that's new.
yeah, I mean, I can see far away. I can see a road sign from miles away.
Yeah.
But, age, I have to use them for reading. And now it's getting like I leave my reading glasses on and I realize they're still on and I'm making a sandwich and everything seems wonderful. So I might have to start wearing them all the time, except for, looking in the distance. I'd have to go like that. So
Oh,
fun.
we got a question here from Julia. She was asking
Oh.
if you use water soluble oils.
No, I don't. I use the regular oils.
Regular.
I buy my oils from Kama, which
Yeah.
is a Canadian brand. I used to buy from Stevenson's, which I love because they have lots of oil in it and stuff.
Right. Very juicy.
I know people who do use water soluble and they love them, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess
Tim
they're the
Packer
same as
uses water
regular.
soluble. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're the same as regular oils, but I'm
It's a
so
little
used
sticky,
to
I find.
sticky.
Yeah, I find it's a
Oh,
little sticky. I have a few,
yeah,
which was being discontinued. It's great to work in Curry's. I don't work there anymore, but when
yeah,
I used to
yeah,
work there,
yeah,
when they were discontinuing some product, we would get, we would get first dibs. So I got a
yeah,
few Holbein, really good quality water mixable oils. So I still have
yeah,
them, but I just find they're a little sticky. It's
yeah,
almost like the acrylic open. I find it's just a little bit harder to apply.
yeah.
Yeah. So I
And
guess
I love.
yeah.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
go
Sorry.
ahead. Oh,
You
I
get
was
all
going to say,
excited.
I love the feel of oils, and I don't want to change. That is what I love about painting in oils is I like to play with the paint.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, that's why it goes into flowers and stuff, because it gives me all the opportunities to
Yeah.
play with paint, scrape things back. You can do that with trees too, but I find flowers a little bit more forgiving, organic. I like that messed up, organic kind of abstract shapes all intertwined, like in a
In a
messy garden where
cluster.
you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, trees are like trees.
Yeah, they're all in a
Yeah,
line, right?
they're all in a line. And then every time I do a painting of trees, I'd go down to the bottom all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So then I'm going, and every time I do a painting, I go, what was the best part of that painting? What did you enjoy the most? And for me, over and over again, it was the bottom of the forest or the
Oh,
background of the forest.
right.
Yeah, I enjoyed doing all those background lights, like coming through background trees, scraping away and bringing it back. And it wasn't the trees, it was behind the trees that I liked. So, yeah. Somebody just asked, don't you find oils frustrating as you have to wait for layers to dry? No, I use that to my advantage.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but what I'll do is I'll do an underpainting and let it dry, start another painting. So I got two going at the same time.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
never, I like being able to come back the next day and go, oh, I hate that,
Yeah,
and
and you
then
can
scrape
scrape
it
it
off.
off.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
because I like playing with the paint. So a lot of times it's on there, and then the next day I'll just cut right into it. I love that I can cut in, and there's a color behind it too. So
Yeah, and then
um,
when you expose the color behind it,
yeah,
it's like magic,
it's like
right?
it's
It's
like
like,
the oil's
wow, I
doing
didn't
it.
know you were
Yeah,
there.
yeah. The
Yeah.
paint like does it for you. It's kind of like I love all these happy accidents and everything
Yeah, and it's
too.
also kind of neat because then the viewer of your piece, they linger, right? Because they're not expecting to see that color. Let's say you had, I don't know, like magenta underneath,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then, but it was the green part of your flower, right? And then
yeah,
all of a sudden
yeah,
there's that magenta, and it's like,
yeah,
whoa, this
yeah,
is so
yeah. Like a
cool.
little peek. Yeah, like a
Yeah,
little peek
yeah,
through, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So we're getting new
yeah.
viewers, so it's kind of neat. I see Shane Nori
There's
was in there.
Kathy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Monica and Monica's dad, Kel, very well
Oh
known
no,
from the
I don't.
PA. And
Oh,
Leslie
I
is
just.
here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, so what are you working on now? Like Wendy, what's up in your studio?
Well,
Do you have a work in progress right now that you can show me and everyone? Hey, you have trees.
it's trees. Um,
Yeah,
it's actually completely dry.
right.
So I'm trying a new thing here. I didn't put as much gesso. I used clear gesso.
Okay, okay,
I
right.
usually use like a white
You
gesso,
white,
and I
yeah,
do
yeah.
like,
And then you sand
yeah, I
it
do
down
like,
and then you apply again.
yeah, like I do 3 or 4 coats. I
Yeah,
like it, so I want the paint to sit on it a little bit so I can manipulate it for longer. This one I just did 2 coats of the I don't know if you can see it there. It's kind of
I can
glary.
see it. Yeah.
Um, this one was so the paint absorbed in right away. Like this was like a new thing for me. I almost didn't like it at first, but I worked through it. So I went to go wipe away, and it was just a smudgy, almost like a mucky, like it absorbed right in. I couldn't bring the paint back off completely, and but it dried really, really fast.
Is it
It almost dried while I was painting.
because
So
you
I
did
went,
a one coat? Because you just did a one coat clear gesso?
yeah. And then I started adding more paint on to use that fast drying. And so I could scrape it away and kind of do more layering faster. So it was kind of a neat little experiment. I don't know if I love it.
I like the birch. It looks so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh. Well, you know what? This is from, I call it from the car. I took a bunch of pictures when we were driving to Ottawa, and they're all these blurry like scenes.
Yeah.
So this one's very the photo reference is very blurry.
Mm.
So, and I've made up a lot of stuff. I took stuff out. I used that rubber thingy to scrape out things, and I'm trying to be more abstract, but it's harder than it looks.
Oh. But
Well,
will
you
there
should
be
know.
flowers to that, or is that finished? Is it finished already, or still work in progress?
No, it just has one layer on it right now, and I wish it wasn't dry because I'd like to scrape some more stuff off it.
Um,
So um,
for
I
me, I
don't.
guess my style would be so different than yours because you scrape things away. I
Mhm.
I I add things to it. I think it's
With
because I don't know. I like the texture. You like texture too, but
yeah,
for me, I don't scrape it away. If I don't like what I put in, I'll just let it dry and then I just apply more stuff on top of it.
is that oil or acrylic?
This is oil.
Oil.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
there could be many, many layers underneath.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
scrape a few things, but not to remove, just to reveal. The big
yes,
reveal.
yes. I
Yeah,
like doing that. Fun too.
yeah,
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 yeah. But
yeah.
I do still work with the knife. I would say I'm 50-50, like fifty
Yeah,
fifty brush and then knife is at the
me
last.
too. Yeah.
And I think you're like that too, right?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I use the palette knife to scrape a big hunk of paint, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll take my brush and take it. And it, for some reason, coming from my palette knife to my brush rather than my palette to
Yeah,
my brush, I
right.
can't get enough on.
Yeah,
So, especially if I have a hog bristle brush,
right.
and so I scrape it off with my palette knife, and then I take it off with my brush, and then leave it on, and then do that. You get this really cool kind of a scrapey brush mark, and it
Right.
sits up, and the
Yeah,
light hits it. So it's a
yeah,
great highlight kind of thing in bark or a branch or parts of a flower or something. So
yeah,
I do that too.
yeah. No, it's kind of neat. It's kind of
Or
neat.
I'll put the shape in, and then I'll use my, let's see, I'll put my shape in. I'll use this and I'll scrape it, bring it out, and then maybe pull. And so the whole shape kind of stays the same, but then it gets blurred a little bit. I like
Yeah,
scrape and then let go kind of thing, and then scrape it again. So maybe take a flower that's a circle and make it into three parts.
right.
And then I'll cut in again with my brush and bring the background. And so it's kind of a lot of back and forth, which I love. I love it.
Well, I think that's the abstract quality of your work, right? Because you're not
Yeah.
you're not you're not um making it so realistic that everything has to conform, to that
Yeah.
shape. So
Yeah.
that's why you blur it, right? And you
Yeah.
blur your abs your
Yeah.
your flower or
Well, it
whatever
kind of
you're
abstracts
working
it
on,
for
right?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Vicky's
Yeah.
in. Vicky. Do you know Vicky Caruthers?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hi.
we were at the artist project, and she's a ton of fun.
Oh, I remember you telling me that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
It's
saw
just so
your pictures.
that's the last show pretty much I did before COVID hit. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard that the Toronto outdoor thing is canceled,
I
or is it
think
online?
it's online. I think it's
Online.
online. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
which segues now into our new world, right? So how are
Mhm.
you adjusting to our new world? Our new world. Yeah.
I I kind of like it because
Hmm.
there's no pressure. I feel like there's no pressure to produce a bunch of. I mean, there is kind of a still. I mean, eventually they're going to
We
open. You
give
don't want to be
ourselves
left.
that pressure, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now I feel like I'm going to experiment more. I feel like I have. It's like the a gift of time. you know, and
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. The only thing I don't enjoy is, lining up to buy bananas or whatever. So,
Yeah, you can't just go in and out of the
yeah,
store. You have to really plan
yeah,
it, right? You have to plan
yeah.
your you have to plan what you're gonna do, and then so usually we do a big shopping thing and then
Do you
do
go
that
early in
whole
the morning?
day. Huh?
Do you go early in the morning when there's less people?
Uh no. I go I think I go around 2 in the afternoon. And
Oh my
there's
God,
less people at two in the
is
afternoon.
there?
Yeah, on a weekday. So so I go around that time, and but it's still an hour, and then you still have to line up to pay. So you
Hmm.
can't just go in and out for, for a banana. You have to do a whole thing.
No,
But
no.
yeah, in terms of art, this actually allowed me the opportunity to experiment with new things, right? Just like you,
Yeah, yeah,
there's no pressure to give the galleries new material right now.
yeah,
There's no
yeah.
pressure for shows. Um, I didn't have any deadlines,
I know. I love this. No
right?
deadline. Yeah,
So it was like I can fool around with my work, see where it goes, and it actually
yeah,
liberated me, because now I'm experimenting with new stuff and I'm having fun again. Like
yeah,
it's not work kind of thing,
yeah,
sort of like that. And there's
yeah.
that business side of being an artist too, that we all know, right? Because I mean, like
Instagram.
we are business people, even though we're in the
Yeah,
creative um, line of work.
yeah.
Did I say that right?
I'm always working. Even when I'm
Yeah.
watching TV, I'm on Instagram and I'm saying thank you. I like to say thank you to everybody who takes a minute to say, I like your work or whatever. That's when I do that. I do it in the mornings too. Look at other people's work,
Oh,
figure out what my next post is going to be, and
yeah.
then do Facebook. And um,
Yeah.
I don't really stop unless I'm in the garden.
Then
And
that's
then
that's meditation for you,
that's a
right?
whole different
Yeah.
world in there. So.
Because like for me, I mean, this time of isolation, it actually allowed me to do my video, which I've been wanting to do for
Yeah,
years, but never
yeah,
had the chance to because I'm teaching a lot, right?
yeah,
And it's so
yeah,
weird because I go, okay, I need to focus. And I was trying to schedule my time and it just never worked. And
yeah,
then now when this happened, I go, okay, maybe it's time to do my video. And so
yeah.
it's really cool. Have you seen it? A little bit?
Yes, yeah,
Yay!
yeah, yeah. I'm like, I think it's so wonderful that you're doing all this technical stuff that I don't know. You have to buy equipment. You have to know what you're doing. You have to.
Well,
How did you learn? How
I
did you
still don't
learn
know
all
what
that?
I'm doing.
Oh, well, how did you get
No, now I
started?
kind of
Did
know
you
the
Google?
no. So my husband uses Pinnacle, so that's the software we use. He uses it for our camping videos and stuff. So he
Mm-hmm.
kind of gave me a one-on-one
Oh, so
introduction
lucky.
to it. Yeah, very lucky there. And then
Yeah,
and then after that, I just trial and error, really. Yeah. Oh, we
yeah.
have a question for Wendy.
What do you
What
do to
do you do?
recharge? Garden.
Yeah.
Um,
Your walk with
garden
your
and
dog.
visit. What's that?
Your walks with your dog.
Oh, I walk my dog twice a day. She's getting old now, so it's not a fast walk. It's a slow walk.
Yeah.
Um, gardening for me, it's like a whole different world. I spent 2 hours picking worms off one of my plants and later found out that you can just nip it off and you don't have to pull all the worms. But anyway,
Oh.
today I divided hostas. It's hard work, but
But
um,
it's your
I
it's
love
your relax, right? it's
Well,
your,
I'm organizing the garden too. So this was blooming at this time. I'm trying to get right different shapes with everything, different colors. So it's kind of like art too.
yeah, yeah, 'cause
So
you're designing it, right? You're
yeah,
designing how it's gonna look, and then you're timing everything when
yeah,
they grow and produce flowers for you. So
yeah.
yeah, it's it's a science as well. Yeah, and it's your
It is.
meditation. Yeah,
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 and I like the science of plants and how they grow and what they need and
yeah. And that's
how
usually
to
on your story in Instagram is always your
yeah.
plan.
Yeah, because it's not. I figure I could throw some non-art stuff up there because that's kind of my way. If I wasn't an artist, I'd probably be into something that's horticultural.
Oh,
So
yeah,
for sure,
yeah.
yeah,
That's great. Yeah.
yeah.
So
And then I
last,
visit friends, talk to
sorry.
friends. Then I visit friends, talk to friends on the phone, and just relax and have a cup of
Yeah.
tea. That's my thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So this actually, uh, this idea of having an art chat just came about to me because I just love um talking with other artists, and every time I talk to uh like you, Wendy, when every time we talk to each other, it's like I'm so inspired. Like now I'm ready to go
Mhm.
and maybe try new things. So
Yeah.
I had this idea and I go, oh, maybe I can do that for Instagram Live, and hopefully we can inspire other people as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I love your painting in the background, by the
Which
way.
one?
Well, both of them. I
Ah,
like the yellow, and the other one on the other side, the purple one's really nice too. Those are both new.
yeah, they're, I would say the
Nice.
COVID work, right?
Yeah.
The COVID
Yeah.
work. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is all experimenting with stuff, right? Very,
Yeah.
very abstracted in
Yeah.
quality, but you still know what it is. You know, it's water,
Yeah.
right? But
I remember you were talking about how you wanted to abstract some more. So,
yeah, because I
uh,
I pretty much kind of started with abstracts, and then I
yeah.
went away, and then now I'm sort of coming back. So it's kind of neat. And
Yeah.
this one here is called
Yeah.
Breathe. And again, it's
I
I
like
just
that. Yeah.
really enjoyed all the structure of
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
like that bit of the sky coming through the water on one side too.
here,
Yeah. Yeah, I
yeah.
like that bit of white down there that goes, and the blue in the water and the yellows vibrating together. It's very nice.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So yeah, so I would say I was very productive as well, even during COVID. Although the first two
Yeah.
weeks it was like, oh, um, like, well, there's the uncertainty, right? That we all had to um get wrapped around our heads. And then
Yeah.
there was also I didn't have a structure, because it's not like before. I had things I had to do and deadlines I had to get to, and then all of a sudden there was nothing like that. So I'm like, okay, I can paint now, I can do that later, I can clean my
Yeah.
cupboards now, I could do that later. Oh, I'm gonna bake now. Whee! I'm not a baker, but we'll do it.
Yeah, everybody's baking now. Like, I haven't made any bread yet. I guess I should.
Yeah, no, no, I'm not a baker, but I try. So it's like painting,
Yeah.
really. You have to practice it, right? You have to
Yes.
keep building, keep practicing. And then if it, like, I did something, I said, oh, I did my cinnamon rolls, which didn't work out. So it was
They
like,
didn't? How can
oh,
they not? Even if they don't look good, they probably still taste good.
they taste good, but they didn't look good.
Yeah.
So I
That's okay.
the first time I did it, it was a no yeast recipe, and it didn't work out. I know. So anyway, it's like painting. There's
Yeah.
good good days and bad days, I
Yeah.
guess. And then you just
And
have
some
to.
days,
Some days
yeah,
it
you just
works.
Yeah, you don't want to do it some days too. You just want to not, um, just want to bake bread instead of painting. You know, like today, I did not feel like painting today. My
No,
problem is if I stop painting for too long, I have a hard time getting back in the studio. Not because I don't want to, but I lose my, I don't know, it's like I lose my nerve and I think, oh, I don't even know how to paint anymore. Um, this uncertainty. Like I love always having a painting on the go and knowing what I'm going to do that day. But
right, right.
I have a big, I'm going to be doing a big painting. I told myself I was going to do little paintings, but this one I want to do, I think it needs to
It's
be
got to
big.
be
So
big. Yeah.
yeah,
So
I
do you
don't
get
think
that
I can
way
do that.
too that, you have this image that you want to do, but it
Yeah.
has to be that size
Yeah. Yeah.
board,
Sometimes you
right?
can't, yeah, you can't pick the size. The picture picks its own size, I think
Yeah.
sometimes.
And then you go,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I can do that square. And then you go, no, it really
Yeah.
has to be, like a 30 by 40, right?
Yeah.
So,
Or lately I've been doing long ones, like my really long
oh,
ones.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I've been dying to do long ones.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I'm over it. Okay, I'm done.
You're over it?
I thought it was
I
going to
do
be
have a
something that's
few.
going to last.
I do have a few long ones. I have a 16 by 40, which
Ooh,
I bought
nice.
in Michael's
Yeah.
when it was on sale, and I don't know what to put on it yet, but so I'm saving it.
I think I'm going to order a round one.
Around,
Desserts has round ones. I think it's Desserts.
I don't know.
Um, I saw some people in the States painting on some round ones. They're all portraits.
It's
I
different,
actually,
right?
yeah, I like the limitation of having a circle. Definitely would have to be a flower painting, but I think a flower painting would look nice in a circle because um, everything in flowers is kind of round. There's not a
Round.
lot of straight edges and stuff. So,
Ah,
yeah, so
yeah, yeah. Well, I guess you have to try it, right? That's
yeah,
all we have to do is try it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a circle looks nice on the wall too, eh? So I think it
It's
looks like a nice
I
image
find
on a
it's
wall.
very classical, right?
Yeah,
A circle style is,
yeah.
but you can also do it as an abstract. I've seen some abstracts
Hmm.
on a circle canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
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 so I mean, because of COVID, this is the kind of time where I'm thinking, hey, let's try this. Hey, let's try that. You know,
yeah.
that's why I'm enjoying it so much.
Well, this morning I was busy doing art still working in the art world, but doing volunteer work, right?
Oh,
So it because I am a volunteer for the SCA, right? So
yes,
I'm
I
in
saw
charge of
that.
their social media. So I had to
Yeah,
get things
and
out, right?
and
So
you're a
there's
director of something else, the new members or something. Or...
yeah, I have a few hats in the SCA. So but the one that's the busiest is social media. So I had to get all the open calls out. So I don't know
Mhm.
if you saw it.
I
It's
did.
for the elected members,
Mhm.
and I think hopefully it will be at the Paper Mill Gallery
Yeah, Todd
this
Morton.
July.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Right now, it's not canceled yet.
no,
So we're still pushing for it. But if it gets canceled, it'll become online. So everything that you've submitted for it will
yeah,
still carry on. But it would
yeah.
be nice, really, if we get to have an in gallery show. I kind
Oh,
of miss
would
it,
be very
right?
nice.
Being an opening and stuff.
Yeah, that's the stuff I miss. And I miss, the ECOA, all of us going to Bark Lake.
Oh
And,
yeah.
that's kind of my wind down time too. I just want to drink and dance and paint. And I don't want to cook any dinners and I don't want to walk the dog. It's just all about
It's all
me.
about art, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
all about art and
Yeah.
just friendships and networking, right? And
Yes.
sharing. And
Yeah, I learned
weekend
so
getaways
much.
like that are just so,
Yeah.
it's so refreshing
Mhm.
to all of us, right? Yeah.
We learn so much from each other.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
So when do you think ECOAA will organize a paint out? You're in charge of that, right? The paint
Yeah, I'm a
outs?
paint out
Yeah.
coordinator.
Maybe we
Uh,
could do a paint out. We're just gonna self distance and not overnight.
yeah. Yeah, there are a couple, um, like Olga has already booked one for her regular one that's in July.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that might be okay. I mean, if it's outside, maybe we won't come in for coffee or something. I don't know. And then Barb does one too, but I don't know if she's going to do it this year because of the COVID.
Yeah.
And I tried to do one last year in the fall, but it was freezing cold.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I had to cancel it because it was rain and um, like I don't know,
It,
5
it
or
wasn't pleasant
3
weather.
Celsius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe,
So
yeah. When is August? Is it supposed to be in
Olga's is some
July?
like July the 16th, 17th, or 15th,
And
16th,
because
something in
she's
there.
just around Peterborough, it's
Yeah.
doable for, you
Yeah.
just go there for the day, you paint out. Maybe just bring
Yeah.
your own lunch. So this way
Yeah.
we
Bring
don't
your
go
own lunch.
inside the house. And if
Yeah.
we
Because
do, because she's
Olga's
100,
80, 98. Oh, shit.
98.
Oops. I mean, shoot.
I almost said a
She's
century.
98, I think. She's our oldest member. So
Yeah.
she can't get COVID.
No.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, right? You don't know if you have COVID. You may not,
Right.
have all the
Yeah.
symptoms. So yeah.
I think I'm
Even
just gonna go out and paint by myself.
yeah, or we drive there and then we just paint outside and just
Yeah.
chat with 6 feet
Yeah.
apart, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at least we're face
Yeah.
to face, kind of.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Geneva Park got canceled. I love Geneva Park too.
Yeah, and that's fun
I
because
was,
it's a 3 night, 3 day just painting, right? For
I
everyone
might get
who's
some
on the call, it's ECOAA's East Central Art Association. Oh,
East Central
East Central
Ontario.
Ontario Art
Art-
Association.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
anybody out there is thinking about joining a club, join the East Central Ontario Art Association.
yeah,
We have members that are 25 up to 98.
yes,
Um, Tim Packer is also a member. Sheila Davis is also a member. We're both members. It's a great bunch of people. We do a lot of paint outs. We do a lot of stuff together. Like we're all really good friends. And
yeah,
there's 80-year-olds mixing with the 40-year-olds, and you know,
yeah.
it's a
And it's
block.
and we come from all different parts of Ontario. So
Yeah.
you may see someone who's from where London or
Yeah.
Niagara area,
Some people
right?
come from
Yeah,
Ottawa all the way up north
Ottawa,
to Burke Lake,
Sudbury.
uh,
Yeah.
Sudbury.
Oh,
Um,
Louise joined this year. We have a member here who I have a new member,
oh, oh, you
Louise.
did!
Yeah,
Yay!
yay.
Right,
Yeah, it's good. It's good, and you're part of
Louise.
the board. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, and that's what I miss too. I mean, I miss doing plein air. And I mean, that's so solitary and you're really self-distancing there, right? So I
yeah,
think we could do plein air.
I think
Yeah.
for me, for my self development, I've kind of gotten away a little bit too much from plein air, and I feel like um, I need to go back to that a little bit more because for me, plein air keeps me loose, and I feel like I need to go see all the real colors of everything and not from photography. And I change colors when
Yeah.
I'm painting outside too. I don't copy what I see, but I do copy, I don't know, the more of the detail. I miss the freshness and the real colors. and then I kind of abstract it from there a little bit. But
Right.
I think plein air makes you a better studio artist, and the studio makes you a better plein air artist. So they're like
You learn.
intertwined.
Yeah, and you
They
learn from
really
both
do.
scenarios, right?
Yeah,
So I
I
find in
believe
plein
that.
air, I stop being detailed, and I just, I go with the flow. You get into a zone faster, I find, when you're plein
Yeah,
airing.
yeah,
I find you get immersed right away.
yeah.
It happens, um, and then you're in the moment. You're listening to the birds. You're
Yeah,
feeling
that's
the ants
ah.
bite your feet. No, I mean you're
Or deer flies flying around your head, or black flies
or the
eating you.
sunburn creeping out.
Yeah.
No, no,
Remember
I find
painting in, remember we were painting in uh, with the ECOA up at that place up near Main, not Maynooth. Is it Maynooth? Remember it was really buggy. It was like total black flies. You and I were painting on the beach together.
oh,
Chippewa,
oh my
that
god.
Chippewa place in
Yeah,
near
I had a
Maynooth.
bug. I had a bug hat jacket
Yes.
and a bug
Remember
jacket.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was hard. And it was
Yeah.
hot. So I had this jacket to keep away all the mosquitoes and the flies. And it's
Yeah, we
so
all had those
hot,
bug suits.
but I gotta do this. And why do we do
Yeah.
this? Because we love to paint outdoors. And why do we like to paint
Yeah.
outdoors? Because you have to think about why. Because you've got all these things
Yes.
happening to you, right? With
And after
bugs.
a while, they just let them bite you and you just
Yeah.
keep
And then
painting.
after a while, they disappeared, right, Wendy?
Yeah.
You just took off
Yeah.
your jacket and you said, "Hey, Marissa, they're gone." It's
Yeah.
like they disappeared. So then I
I,
took out my jacket.
I put a bandana around my
Oh,
neck
yeah,
and I sprayed it with my bug spray and I tied it around my neck.
right.
And then, of course, I sprayed my whole body. But I found it when I had like it around my neck, it kept them. I did not get as many like bites behind my ear and stuff. Okay, you're gone again. There you
I'm
are.
back. Yeah, I'm just waving to everybody coming in. So
Oh,
that's what happens. And then I touch something, and then it,
woo.
ching.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So that's the fun of plein
That's
air
the fun of
painting.
plein air painting. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I can't wait to do that. I think July we might be able. I think I can get out
yeah,
on my own just around the neighborhood here. Maybe
yeah.
drive to a spot and just go and yeah, and just sit in
Yeah,
the
that's what I do.
park,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I just don't know if we can get together.
yeah. I think we can. I mean, I'm not going anywhere or not doing anything, and I'm
Yeah.
not um, going in large crowds, or I just stay at home. My husband's retired, so he doesn't go anywhere either. I
Yeah.
just walk
Yeah.
my dog and paint. That's all
Well,
I
maybe
do.
we should plan something that we can
Yeah.
we can do a
Yeah,
plein
maybe
air,
we
just
should
meet
go.
there and
Yeah.
then go and do stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because
I like to,
I miss it.
me
And
too.
now that the weather is getting good, right? Except
Yes.
today, but today was a gardening day. Yeah, today was a
Yeah.
making spaghetti and meatballs day.
So
Yeah.
easy.
So you last night was kind of cool because I did my first Zoom demo for the Oshawa
Oh yeah,
Artist.
how'd that go?
Um, oh, Julia say asking the name East
Oh,
Central East
Ontario.
in East
East
Central
Central Ontario
Ontario Art
Art
Association.
Association.
Yeah, yeah.
So ECOAA.
Or I would say ECOAA.
That's what I call it.
Yeah,
ECOAA.
So I did this. See?
Yeah,
So
nice.
it's that's what I could do for 40 minutes.
Yeah,
So very very quick. No detail yet. Like it's just
Yeah.
blocked in pretty much, right?
Yeah.
But it went really well.
Oh, good.
The moderator, I had her mute everyone so that we're not listening to other noise, right? Just paying
Yeah.
attention to the demo. So she muted everyone. I had about 25 people. That was kind of neat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 2025.
Yeah.
It was just announced like 2 days before. So I think they're opening up to Zoom demos, and they're gonna have two more lined up after me.
I think that's the wave of the future.
Yeah, yeah. And I didn't have to leave the house, and I was wearing my shorts and, and
I know
yeah,
you can. You
yeah,
don't
I
have to
had a
fight
camera.
traffic.
I didn't have to fight traffic.
No.
I had my camera on the little thing on my
Yeah.
painting so they can see what I'm doing. And then the camera of my husband, Glenn, was
Mhm.
pointed to my palette paper so they could see how I'm mixing my colors,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, but since it's the first time, they're also getting used to Zoom, right? There's a lot to learn. So everyone's on a learning curve right now, which is
Absolutely.
kind
Yeah.
of nice. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So have
Um,
you been asked to do any demos, like a Zoom demo?
no,
Now
I
you
don't
don't
want
have
to
to
do any either.
want to do
I don't
you
want
don't.
to. But I've been watching, I've gone to other artists' Zoom videos, though. I've gone to two Melissa
Mhm.
Monk's
Yeah,
videos.
yeah.
I did a Hester Berry video. And
Mhm.
Alyssa Monk's, she had the same thing. She had the camera on her palette, a
Right
camera on her painting.
on
So
her.
it's
Yeah,
almost better because you're right there,
you're right in
right
there.
beside her almost. So you can
Yeah,
see her,
yeah.
how she dabs this color with that color. And then,
Right.
um, yeah, I learned a lot from her demo
Did
actually.
you do her workshop this week?
No, I did the
No.
initial one where I'd never seen her paint before. So I did that one. And then the
Mm-hmm.
other one I did was all about mixing paint and how she
Oh
does her
yeah, yeah.
colors.
I was in that class too. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah. It's kind of neat. But
yeah,
I didn't finish it because I had to leave. But if you pay for the workshop, you get the download, right? Which is
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah. So I eventually will be doing that. I have my YouTube video right now, and it's for
yeah,
free. But I will definitely explore that avenue so that because I don't even know when I'm going to be teaching again,
yeah.
right? At the senior center,
Might not be until next year.
we don't know. We don't
We don't
know
even
how
if there's a second
the
wave.
processes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and at the galleries too, you don't know how they're gonna how they're gonna enforce to stop the spread of COVID, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah. You know,
I might just
for the SCA show, if it's at the Paper Mill Gallery, I'm not sure I'm comfortable. I'll submit a painting and everything, but I'm not sure I would go to an opening. So I'm not sure how
yeah,
many other people would feel the same as I. I just don't want to
right.
take that chance because I have a mom who's 82, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm 50. I'm going to be 58 next week.
Yes.
Oh my God! Anyway,
Happy
so
birthday,
I'm getting old too.
June 2, June 2. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah, yeah.
I thought
So
it was
yeah,
going
you
to
don't
be
want to risk that,
57.
right?
What's that?
Yeah, you don't want to risk. You don't want to risk
No.
going into a scenario where you're in a confined place,
Yeah.
right? And where there's gonna be more than 50 people. I have a intuition that
Yeah.
it will not push through. And it would just depend on Ontario opening up, right?
Thanks, Jamie. Just wishing me happy
Oh,
birthday.
yeah.
It's not till next Tuesday. So
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
still 57 and I
And
don't know,
holding.
7/8. We're holding. Yeah,
And holding.
and
Yeah.
holding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like it won't go through either, but
Yeah. I mean, we're really
could be.
wishing that it would open into a gathering because we missed that.
Mhm.
And that's why it is still being advertised and as we will be at Todd
Yeah.
Morgan.
I mean,
Um,
we can wear masks, right? At the opening.
yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
I even think it would be weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the design is you have to come out with a really fancy mask.
Yeah.
No? That'll be the
Well,
fashion statement
I have a
now.
black one, but I want to paint like a funny mouth on the end of it or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Or some
because
big lips
I
there or
I think
something.
we'll be using masks until if you're in a public area until the end of the year is what I'm thinking.
Oh, definitely. Maybe even because I read a little bit about the Spanish flu and all that, and uh, sometimes there's second and then there's a third wave. So
Mm,
we might have a third wave. Depends.
yeah.
Um,
So let's go back to color. You said you were working on new colors. So what color are you experimenting with right now?
right now, where is it?
Something new.
This is
I
my
have
new
something new
favorite
too.
color,
What's that? Gray? Blue gray. I
gray
can't see.
violet. Oh,
Oh.
how do I get that? There we go, gray violet. And it's only a little tube. I usually buy,
Is that by Kama?
like normally I buy big tubes. So that's I watched Sheila Davis do her demo, and
Right.
she said something about gray violet, and I went,
Oh.
"Oh, I think I have that."
Do
So
you
it's
use
nice
that
for
as your
knocking down
white?
colors.
You use it as your
What's
white?
that?
You use it as your
No, I
white?
use it to knock down some of my purples. I really like to mix my own violets with alizarin crimson and ultramarine blue, and then I adjust it red or blue. But sometimes it's not enough. I had a little of this in there, and it's got a bit of white in it, and then I can kind of take it more to the blue violet way a little faster, I guess.
Right.
And what's the other one? Um, this one, nickel yellow.
Oh,
So it's kind of like lemon yellow, but it's not quite as strong.
yeah.
And I don't know exactly everything it can do yet, so I'm still playing with that one.
How does it
So
look? Nickel
how does
yellow.
it? It's
Bye, Elsbethia.
oh, you can't see it.
Elsbethia. Yeah. Last
You
week
can't see
to
it.
be here.
I have to go, but thank you so much. I really enjoyed your chat. Bye, Elizabetha. Elizabetha. How do you
Yes.
say your name? Is that how you say it?
Elizabeth.
Elizabetha. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that name. What's the other one I'm doing? Sometimes I have like I had Viridian green and then it goes off. And
Yeah.
now it's back on again, depending on what I'm doing. And my
Right.
new favorite color is these two. Besner's Blue, #1
Oh,
from
wow.
Sheila Davis again.
Mm.
And this one is Somner Blue.
Okay.
So makes a beautiful dark violet if you mix that with alizarin crimson. And
What did you
and then you
use for
add
your sky and your painting behind you there?
oh
That,
uh, that's like straight up ultramarine with some cobalt and a little bit of alizarin and a little bit of white. And then
okay.
adjusted, one a little bit darker to the other, and then you get like forward, backwards, and then wipe with my thumb. Like, wiping is a color for me. Like, I wipe it away and it makes
and
it
then it's,
lighter, so it's
yeah,
like a different value.
different
So
value.
hey, didn't even have to. Yeah, saves me painting it.
Yeah, that's right.
So
You know
right
what?
now is that.
Yeah. For me,
Yeah.
I'm just trying and I'm just practicing with right now just phthalo green.
Ooh.
Really weird because I always make my green. So now I'm just trying to experiment with phthalo green. I can't get it right now, but oh, yeah. So it's by I don't know if
Yeah.
you
Oh,
see that.
Graham.
It's by Graham.
Graham. Yeah.
But it's the phthalocyanine green,
Yeah.
and kind of
What do you What
it's
do you use
very
that for?
strong. So you have to really control yourself.
Yeah, anything
This
fallow.
goes like no.
Yeah.
If you add yellow to that, it goes into wow, like super duper, um, 60s neon green.
That
And sometimes I
would
don't
be.
want that. No, I just add that a little bit to blue, and then I add white to it, so it just really tames a little bit of my greens. I don't know if you can see this. That's the kind of
Oh, okay.
that's how it sort of looks. So
Yeah,
this
so
is
it's a
just the
nice.
work things in
I,
that's just in work in progress.
mm.
Yeah.
So it makes a nice distant green, like a blue green,
Yeah.
right?
So, well,
Mm.
we'll just experiment with that. I'm kind of liking it, so we'll try it. I
Yeah.
had it. I didn't even know I had it. So I
Ooh.
just go, okay, well, let's see what this can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, it's all about the discovery, and that's the fun part
Yeah. Yeah.
of painting, right? It's just discovery and
Yeah. I'll
creating.
try it. I'll try a new color, and I don't know if you can see, but I have a couple color charts back here,
Yeah.
back there a little bit. So
Yeah.
those are my color. Those are some of my new colors. So I try them with a few different what I think I might need. I don't do all the colors that I use and mix it like
No.
a real
Yeah.
color chart, just a really rough color chart.
Right.
And so then I do that, and then I put it on my palette, and I'll do a normal painting, and I'll try and use it and figure out what it mixes well with and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
then the next painting, if I find I don't really use it over and over again, I don't use it, then it goes off the palette. It's the one
Yeah.
that I keep going to all the time, then it gets added permanently to the palette. So
Yeah.
that's how I figure out what colors stay and what colors go, I
Oh
guess.
yeah, it's kind of neat to have the chart too, because then you have a
Yeah.
sort of like a guide, and you knew you loved it in the first
Yeah.
place, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I do have that somewhere too. So
I really should do color
yeah,
charts too, like
yeah,
everybody, I guess,
it's
should
kind
be
of
doing.
neat to have your favorites, and you kind of after you get
Yeah.
to know and discover them,
Yeah.
then you don't need your chart anymore. But when you're
No.
trying new colors, it really helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
listen, we're about a minute away, and I just wanted to thank you again for being my chat person tonight, and that we could share with everyone our life as an artist and what we're doing. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to thank everyone who came out, and
Yes.
thank you,
Thank you,
Gwen,
everybody.
for joining for tonight. And
Well, thanks for
yeah,
having me.
please take a look at Wendy's feed on Instagram if you haven't done so yet.
Yeah. I'm starting to post more on Facebook too. I'm not a lover of Facebook, but I'm putting stuff on there because I know a lot of people do like it and are on it all the time. So
Yeah.
even my family, half the time my mom says to me, "Well, you haven't been painting a lot." I go,
Yeah.
"Mom, I'm painting a ton, but I post it on Instagram and she's on Facebook." So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we gotta go. It's
Okay.
say goodbye to everyone. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
everybody.
Love you,
Thanks for
Wendy.
coming.